Welcome back to the Quackery, where a regular Taylor resident wades through city plans and meetings, then breaks them down so you don't have to dig through it all yourself. Let's take a look at what's coming up in the special called meeting on September 10th, 2025 at 6 p.m. As usual, the meeting opens with the call to order, an invocation, the pledge, and a set of proclamations. Council will be recognizing September 11th as a day to remember, celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and honoring the We Hire Vets program. After that is citizens communication, where residents can bring up anything not already listed on the agenda. Next is the consent agenda. These are items bundled together for one vote, unless a council member decides to pull something out for discussion. First up, approving minutes. And instead of just passing by them, let's take a quick look back at the August 22nd workshop. That session was all about long-term planning. Council went over development trends, utilities, and capital improvement projects. Staff presented financial forecasts, debt outlooks, and explained special financing tools like PIDs and TIRGs. Council also got hands-on with an interactive land use exercise and wrapped up with a discussion on council relations and their rules of decorum. It was a forward-looking day, focused on growth, money, and how the council operates. The consent agenda also includes approving the minutes from the August 28th regular council meeting. From there, we move into several development-related ordinances. Annexation of 47 acres on County Road 403. This would officially bring a 47.6-acre property at 100 County Road 403 into the city limits. Right now, it sits in the extraterritorial jurisdiction, or ETJ. Annexation means a city can apply zoning, extend services, and bring it under city regulations. Employment Center Plan Forterra Business Park. That same 47-acre tract is also being proposed as a new business park called Forterra. An employment center plan sets a framework for how the property can be developed, geared toward job-creating uses like offices, warehouses, or light industrial. Employment center plan at 701 Northwest Carlos G. Parker Boulevard. This is a separate site, about 3.24 acres in the Fireman's Addition. It would also get an employment center plan, meaning the property would be guided toward employment-focused development. Place type amendment at 1102 Beach Street. Here, the request is to change the land classification from P2 rural to P4 mix. The property is just over half an acre in the Washington Heights subdivision. Changing it to mixed use means it's no longer limited to rural development. It opens the door to a blend of housing and small-scale commercial. Infill neighborhood plan Trinity Heights. This one applies to 7 lots along Beach and Syme Streets, covering just over 2 acres. The goal of an infill neighborhood plan is to guide new development in existing neighborhoods, making sure it fits the surrounding character while adding housing opportunities. Next up are some city business items. First, auditing services. Brooks Watson & Company is being approved to handle the fiscal year 2025 city audit. An external audit is required by law and ensures the city's finances are accurate and in compliance. Next, Home Program House. This resolution awards a bid to build a new home under the Federal Home Investment Partnerships Program, which funds affordable housing projects. This is one more step toward increasing housing options in Taylor. Finally, master agreement with P3 Works. This includes a contract with P3 Works, a consulting firm that helps cities set up and manage special financing tools like public improvement districts and tax increment reinvestment zones. These tools help pay for infrastructure, things like streets and utilities, by capturing value created by new development. Once the consent agenda is done, Council moves into the public hearings. They'll consider amending the current budget, hold a public hearing on the proposed budget for fiscal year 2026, and then take up the public hearing on the 2025 property tax rate. That tax rate discussion is an important one, but we've already broken it down in detail in a separate Quackery video, so if you want the full story, go check that out. After the hearings, Council moves into the regular agenda. They'll vote to adopt the fiscal year 2026 budget, vote again to officially adopt the 2025 property tax rate, and then they'll get an update on the active transportation plan and ADA transition plan. This update is a check-in on some big planning projects. Taylor received a $300,000 grant from the Texas General Land Office, funded through federal mitigation dollars, to put these plans together. Work officially started in late 2024 and is scheduled to finish by April 2026. So far, the city has analyzed current transportation conditions, completed a level of traffic stress study for walking and biking, drafted a prioritization matrix to guide future projects, mapped out preliminary trail alignments, and finished an ADA self-assessment of sidewalks, trails, and parks downtown. Public input has been key too. Surveys and a town hall showed that residents want missing sidewalks fixed, safer crossings, better accessibility, and more bike connections. People also stressed fixing what we have before building new, and making sure pedestrians and cyclists can safely coexist with car traffic. Staff pointed out that the upside is strong data, high community engagement, and setting Taylor up for future funding and compliance. The downside is that public expectations are high, resources are limited, and the work crosses multiple city departments. The good news? All of this is fully grant funded, so no local taxpayer dollars are being used for the planning stage. And that's the agenda for September 10th. You can always see the full agenda yourself at taylortx.gov. And if you want the tax rate details, don't miss our separate Quackery breakdown video. Thanks for watching the Quackery. Remember, this is completely unofficial. I'm just a neighbor learning out loud and sharing what I discover along the way. So jump on in. The more ducks in the pond, the more voices in the conversation, and together, the more we can shape Taylor's future.